Viruses are some of the deadliest forces on Earth. Some kill instantly, others spread like wildfire, and a few are still out there, waiting for their next victim. Today we're counting down the top 10 most dangerous viruses in human history. Let's begin. Marburg viruses. Starting our list at number 10 is the Marburg virus, a distant but deadly cousin of Ebola. First discovered in 1967 in Germany, this virus causes severe internal bleeding, high fever, and multi-organ failure. The worst part? There's no cure. Some outbreaks have had up to an 88% fatality rate. If you catch this, survival is a gamble. Number 9, rabies virus. You've heard of rabies, but did you know it's almost 100% fatal once symptoms appear? This virus attacks the brain, causing hallucinations, paralysis, and a terrifying symptom called hydrophobia. Where drinking water becomes impossible, the only way to survive is to get the vaccine immediately after exposure. Miss your window, and it's game over. Number 8 is the hantavirus, spread by rodent droppings. What starts as flu-like symptoms quickly turns into severe lung failure, leaving victims gasping for air. With a 38% fatality rate and no specific cure, this virus is no joke. If you see mouse droppings, be very careful. Number 7, dengue virus. Dengue fever, also known as breakbone fever, is spread by mosquitoes and infects millions every year. The worst cases lead to massive internal bleeding, shock, and organ failure. Without proper treatment, the death rate can hit 20%. If you're traveling to tropical areas, stock up on mosquito repellent. Trust me, you'll need it. 6. Smallpox, variola virus. The only virus ever fully eradicated by vaccines. Smallpox killed over 300 million people in the 20th century alone. With a 30% fatality rate, survivors were left with severe scars and even blindness. If this virus were ever reintroduced, the world would be in serious trouble. 5. Lassa virus. Found in West Africa, the Lassa virus spreads through rat droppings. Symptoms start mild, but in severe cases it causes organ failure, seizures, and internal bleeding. It's so dangerous that even survivors can suffer lifelong hearing loss. 4. Ebola virus. The name Ebola alone sends chills down your spine. With a death rate of up to 90%, this virus causes horrific internal and external bleeding. Some victims bleed from their eyes and ears before going into shock. There's no guaranteed cure, and every outbreak is a race against time. Number 3, HIV/AIDS. HIV changed the world forever. Since the 1980s, over 36 million people have died from AIDS. It weakens the immune system, leaving the body defenseless against even the mildest infections. The good news? With modern treatment, people can live long lives, but without medication, it's a slow and deadly disease. Number 2, Spanish flu, H1N1 1918 pandemic. The Spanish flu of 1918 was unlike any flu we've seen before. It infected 1/3 of the world's population and killed over 50 million people, more than both world wars combined. Unlike normal flu, it targeted young, healthy adults, causing their immune systems to go into overdrive and destroy their own lungs. If this flu were to return, we'd be in serious danger. And at number 1, we have COVID-19, the fastest spreading pandemic of our time. This virus changed the world, causing over 7 million deaths and bringing economies to a halt. Even survivors report long-term effects, from brain fog to heart issues. While vaccines have helped, new mutations keep emerging, and we're still fighting it today. Viruses have shaped history in terrifying ways, and some are still out there, waiting for their next victim. Which of these viruses do you think is the most dangerous? Let us know in the comments. Stay safe out there.